Chat, 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 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hello and welcome to the Road to Wrestling School, the HOV to the HOP. HOP, of course, standing for the House of Pain, Neil Superior Professional Wrestling Training Center. This is the only pro wrestling podcast that focuses on professional wrestling training. I'm Grizzly Joe Grasso.
And I'm hashtag Hamish Stewart.
And I'm Mr. In It to Win It. My hair has its own gimmick. Our arrogant almighty Tommy Seto.
And we have a special guest, if he cares to introduce himself.
Dash Rippington.
That was like the Buy Menon ad. Dash Rippington. Now it'll never get out of my head, thanks. Keep that forever.
It's all about product branding, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time we have used all 4 microphones.
It is very uncomfortable.
$48 worth of microphones.
I should note immediately on the start here, we're still driving in the car, of course. We are literally on the road to wrestling school. You get to listen into the conversation. Oh, there, I finished it. Now, I am sitting as close as I've ever been to another human being besides my wife.
My shoulder blade is in this baby seat, like this little car seat.
I am sitting next to Tommy Seto, and it is tight. It is tight. He has got his arm around me. It is uncomfortably warm.
Phrasing.
Not like a side Russian leg sweep arm around, like a
No.
like
This
a
is tender.
we're going to make out later arm around.
Later.
Cue the
You're lucky
porn
I have
music.
a podcast to do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with 4 such magnificent specimens of professional wrestling trainee in this car, I think we should talk about tag team tactics and what we can learn while we're training. That's my topic for this week.
Great.
But before then, Hamish, how you doing?
I am doing very well. We just finished, if you listen sequence, the finest podcast you have ever listened to,
Oy.
Week 11, the All Hamish Show.
I am
And
so sorry about that.
clamoring for another one, I'm sure. By the way, I'll give you an update on my workout.
Oh,
Past
boy.
2 weeks, I've been at 2,300 calories. Now just moved down to 2,000 calories.
Ew.
Over the 2 weeks.
I had that for breakfast.
To the
Lost-
one fan out there that's actually keeping track and writing this down, stop it.
Lost
Stop it.
Lost one pound of fat and gained 1 pound of muscle in those 2 weeks. So
means nothing to me.
still making a good gain.
Wait a
so-
minute. Did you discuss this in the last podcast? Because I listened to it on the way over to your place, and I don't remember that.
You did not?
No, I did not
Like
remember you
16
talking about
full
it.
minutes of.
Oh, no, because at the very beginning, Joe told me to fast forward to the 15,
good
16
idea.
mark,
Well,
and that's what I did.
It's because Joe likes
Good
the
man.
listeners.
Wise. You are wise.
How you doing, Joe?
Oh, I'm doing swell. I've been dealing with a pulled trapezius muscle this week.
That's always fun.
Thanks to our good buddy, Gregory Marty Didi, who put me in the Magistral Cradle.
The fastest Magistral Cradle I've ever seen someone get put in.
It was
so smooth.
I heard it was good. It looked good.
Looked great.
It felt awful because I heard a pop and I went, "Ah!" So, and I've been nursing that. It got better today at noon. It
thank
got
God.
better. So I can wrestle tonight. Thank the Lord.
How about you, Tommy? How's you doing?
I'm good. Ate clean for breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, baby.
Had a bag of chips. Cried about it for an hour.
It's
and
all
then,
right.
Headed over to your guys'
Wait.
place.
Did you eat? Did you wash your food? Or did you eat clean?
No, he meant like eating right, not like
Yeah.
I just ate a
Wait,
giant
like eating
sub.
right next to the McDonald's? I don't understand. I
Okay.
don't understand your nomenclature.
I am gonna stiff you so hard tonight. I'm
Because
gonna.
I often eat right.
I can only
Next to the Wendy's, next to the
I want you to
McDonald's.
know this is the only time that I'm going to say this.
I will let you know that I
don't-
ate Arby's twice this week.
Shut up,
and
Joe.
It's really good.
Shut up. I hope.
Did you know when you go inside, you can get as much honey mustard as you want?
God, please.
I had 4 cups of it.
Please
Cups.
let there be a
Yeah, they have
goddamn
these little
battle
cups,
royal
you see.
tonight. Please let there be a battle royal tonight.
Ah, it
I'm
was
going to
so
chop you 100 times. You will be the only person. I
Every
wrestle in
chicken
the battle
cordon
royal.
bleu was worth it.
I will be chopping you in the
Big beef and cheddar.
most hated way ever.
Hey,
I mean,
can your finisher be called the
angry
big
chop.
beef and cheddar? Because I think it's a good name for a finisher.
I hate you. Hope you die.
I am so happy
In a
right
fire.
now that
This is what we've been doing.
Hope
This is
you
what we've been doing there,
die in a
Dash.
fire.
Joe
My-
is doing this to Hamish to take some of the heat off of me.
my only tag team partner,
right, buddy.
who I like very dearly. I hope you die in a fire.
Hey, as long as it's a fire at Arby's, I'll be set because it'll be flame broiled, and delicious.
God,
How do you feel about that,
I
Hamish?
can almost hear you getting fatter.
Nah.
I swear.
Did you? I mean, like, look. For Here's your Grizzly Joe Grasso tip for the week.
Stop being.
When
you're the Grizzly Duncan McBain. You're gonna
I'm
start
both.
screwing me up, dude.
So when you get McNuggets in the car, you may think, I can't pour ketchup in there because it'll spill everywhere. You can pour the ketchup packet in your mouth while you eat them.
Wow.
And it works so much better. I know everyone saw that on Tommy Boy.
That just
but
sounds
it
like
works.
diabetes.
No. You're not eating any more ketchup than you would if otherwise, right,
Ketchup
Tommy?
is
So
all
there you go.
sugar. It is all
And it's
sugar.
all in my mouth.
Oh, God, you're the worst.
It's partially tomato.
There is some tomato.
Tomato coloring is what it is. And high fructose corn syrup. That's
best
exactly what ketchup
high
is.
fructose corn syrup.
How you doing, Dash?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm all right. Dash started training.
Not again.
It was a
vicious
reversal.
cycle.
Right.
Somebody call 911, please.
Dash
Whoever's
started,
listening, just call 911
training,
just right now, please.
Legitimately last week or this week? When is it? A week ago?
A week ago, last week.
Nice with the illustrious trainer John Rambo.
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
How do you like it?
Loving it. That's another ad for you right there.
There we go.
Speaking of ads, Dash, Hamish, and I are in a show. It's called
Renaissance
Rumble! Yay! It's our Renaissance-themed, professional wrestling-inspired
Stunt show.
appearing at the Maryland Renaissance Festival all 19 days. That's every weekend in August and October and
Every weekend
Labor Day.
from the last weekend in August.
Whatever.
We opened the weekend before Labor Day weekend.
There you go. And we're open Labor Day, so you can come then, too.
That's right. And we close almost the last weekend in October. So come on down, enjoy the show. You'll have a good time. Sign autographs, get pictures with us.
Buy a T-shirt.
Check us out at the Gimmick Table, buy a T-shirt, and like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Dash will put something out on Twitter once every 5 months.
That's about right.
At renrumble.com.
That's right.
Or whatever, at renrumble. I don't know how Twitter works.
No, it is at Rin Rumble.
Oh, good. Super. We
All
don't
right,
have an
so-
Instagram yet, but,
But when you do
We
get
do have a
the website,
Snapchat, though. It is nothing but my butt.
Snapchat. You're Snapchatting?
Well, my butt is. I don't know where it is.
Oh.
Anyone who's seen my ass can admit that there is no ass. So it's.
I guess
This
there
is
are
a terrible
some,
joke. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it die.
There are some decent reasons why those photos only last for a limited amount of time.
So, Joe,
Yes.
when you're talking about tag tactics, preface it with a little bit. What do you mean by that?
So, like, when you're training to do tag, which we've just started doing, because we're going to be a tag team, we had some training time with Wildman Robbie Page, and he taught us these opener spots. So, up until then, I always knew there was something special about tag matches, but, we're still learning singles. So we go in, you lock up, you do some chain. Now, you can still do some chain in tag, but it's more fun to open with a big spot. Get the crowd instantly interested. Because, let's be honest, a tag match is a gimmick match. It's the most basic gimmick match there is, I would say. It's
can
more
go with that.
widely accepted than any other gimmick match, I'd say. But it's still a gimmick match. The concept of the tag.
Yeah, I actually like opening singles matches hot, too. I really like a nice, hot, fast opening to a singles match.
I think it makes a lot of sense. But, with tag, you really got to hook them. Because, tag, for whatever reason, despite, in my opinion, being some of the best matches on the show, the audience kind of sits back. Maybe they'll go get a hot dog. Maybe this is the time to,
Oh, I
take a
forgot
breather.
your Francesca. Oh, we should have got... Oh, man, I forgot to get the megaphone for you.
Bring it next time. He's
we'll
going to
get-
train more than one day.
Yeah,
This is true.
I'll get your Francesca
For Dash
for you.
Rippington's gimmick, Hamish is going to give him his brass megaphone. It's going to be great.
Woohoo!
But
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah, the power
Or we
of
can go to a
megaphone.
Goodwill and see if we can find one, because that works out so well.
Megaphone is intoxicating.
My wife
Intoxicating.
is completely blown away that we found a stuffed bird
Really?
on our first try. Apparently, the odds of that happening were pretty slim.
It's a good thing we found it, though.
No, we found the perfect bird.
And it's a
no, it
shame.
was perfect.
It really was a shame that we had your phone because I was really primed to leave you. It would have been the best. Because you know how worried Ryan would have been. Brian would have just been like, we'd have been right here. We're about a quarter of the way up there. He'd be like, Mike, come on, turn around, Mike. Come on, this isn't cool, Mike.
It would have been really funny.
Oh my God, that would have been more funny than the look on your face. God,
An asshole, but
that would have been
great.
so great. God, it would have been so
So
great.
back to tag matches. Open with a hot spot. Open with a big spot that immediately puts the faces over, gets the heels heat, and it's really fun.
I think also utilizing the tag aspect of it in the beginning too probably is something that needs to be done more frequently.
Agreed. The other reason I like tag, remember everyone, I'm super lazy. So I got someone else to carry the weight of that match.
He's not lying, folks.
So I got Hamish in there, who's the hardest worker I can think of, whether he's good or not.
Awful nice.
He works hard.
Hardest working piece of crap in the business.
So I know I can put him in there, and he's going to take a good 10 minutes before I have to do a goddamn thing. That's not true. We cheat really well. We have good instincts, and it's fun to play back and forth. I hate, in theater, I always like to do a scene with someone, I like to get a group. I like to be part of something, an ensemble. So I like that idea of having someone else to play off of on my side. I don't know. It feels more organic to me. I think I'm more bred for tag matches than I am for single combat.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot more to explore in the tag match, and I think the thing that eludes us and eludes a lot of tag teams, other than the talent, is actually looking like a team.
Yes.
Looking like two guys that have worked together for a while.
Yeah, that's a good okay. You tag me in, but we're going to do a double move off the ropes. You don't wait for me to come over, then we push him off the ropes. You've already got him on the ropes, and you're ready to go, so all I got to do is come over and we toss him. Like a little thing like that.
Right.
Little moments.
And I think if we accompany each other out to the ring,
yes.
I don't have to go in the ring with you. You don't have to go in the ring with me. Anybody has to go in the ring. I'm going to stand on the apron, though, and still talk to you and talk to the ref, too, and and get involved in what you're doing.
Right.
The whole time as well.
I think that's nice, and I think once we show Rambo our new gimmick, once I pull out my kilt and I have my woad on, he'll be like, yeah, okay. You guys are always coming out with each other.
So, I mean, that's $100.
He's already set that up.
It's $100 gamble that we hope pays off. But,
well, look,
and
it's
by,
a really...
and by hope pays off, I mean you hope pays off.
Yes, it's a nice
kilt.
kilt.
Hamish is already over, bro.
You motherfucker. Look, it's a nice kilt. I'll use it somewhere. Either way, it's tax write-off.
Yeah, they're really great. They're really great.
It's a really quality kilt.
That's right. By the way, this show is brought to you by Sport Kilts. Sportkilts.com for all your kilt needs.
Huntsmagorig!
Enter the code Road to Wrestling School on your next purchase to get exactly 0% off your next purchase.
But a small portion of your purchase will come back to the show.
That's right. So who's your favorite tag?
Me?
Yeah. I guess everybody in the car.
Yeah, I guess everyone
Not
in the
just
car.
you. We're talking everybody.
See, I always come back to the Killer Bees because they had such a good gimmick.
But they didn't use it all the time.
No, that's kind of why they sucked.
They needed to pull the masks out a lot more often.
So I guess that was my one-time favorite moment for a tag team. Yeah, I don't know. As much as I love
you could go top. You could go top 3 if you want.
Go top 3? I mean, I love the Dudleys. I think they were a great tag team. I loved Rock and Roll Express. I think they did a great job. I really like the Usos. I really do. I wish they had more personality.
I
think
Usos.
You don't like them?
No, I hate them.
I think athletic-wise, they're amazing. And they do great work in the ring.
I guess, and this, I feel so horrible about saying this. I'm just so tired of seeing Samoans.
My God!
In wrestling, I don't
You
mean that.
motherfucking racist.
I don't mean it in an I vote Trump way.
They're tired of seeing you.
I'm sure they are.
You're aware that the illustrious John Rambo was partially trained by Alpha the Wild Samoan, right?
No, that's great. Yeah, but he didn't
So you're Samoan trained right now, buddy.
Yeah, but he didn't walk in.
Rocky Johnson. Oh my God! And Rocky Johnson.
But he didn't
Who's
walk.
The Rock's father.
He didn't walk in the ring and go, "I'm Samoan. Look at my Samoan."
Oh, so you just don't like the Samoan gimmick?
Yeah, I just don't
Not
like
the people of Samoa.
No, the people of Samoa are
who
fantastic.
back the show, by the way, and our sponsor this week.
They're
In
fantastic.
addition to Sports Kilt.
No, the people of Samoa are fantastic and lovely people, and their islands and their lands are great.
I don't think you should call them the people of Samoa, though.
Why not?
Because
they're the people of Samoa.
No, because then the initials become POS, and that's something else entirely.
No, it's TPOS.
Well, I mean, there's only
Teapots.
4 peoples of Samoa, and they're all wrestlers, and they're all here. So.
That's right. Yeah. No. So I'm just tired of the Samoan gimmick, but
Fine.
you're right. They're very. I don't know. This is just me. It's my flavor of ice cream. I don't like. I just don't like it.
You don't like any ice cream because you don't have a sense of taste.
No, I do.
And you don't eat sugar.
That's true. But okay, so back to your favorite tag team.
Yes, go ahead.
So come on, Casey, drop us some tag teams here.
All right. Well, I can go extremely old school. 2 of my favorite.
It's the Mega Powers, isn't it?
No, it's not the Mega Powers. I'd actually go farther back than
Ultimate
the Mega
Maniacs.
Powers. No, farther back than that is the Moondoggies.
Oh, the Moondog.
Moondog, Rex, and Spot.
Oh, sure.
They were hysterical. They were the Bushwhackers before the Bushwhackers
Oh,
were the
fuck.
Bushwhackers.
I take mine back. It's the Bushwhackers. I'm dropping the
take it back.
Usos. I'm putting in the Bushwhackers. Continue.
Then, of course, I got to kind of agree with you. I do like the Killer Bees, but they didn't use the gimmick
The
often
concept
enough.
was good. They're at the bottom of my list, but they're on my list.
But the superpowers, they were good. The British Bulldogs,
Oh, sure.
the Hart Foundation, these
Yeah.
were fundamental tag teams.
Sure.
You'd watch every Saturday morning to see the British Bulldogs take on the Hart Foundations and watch them
Great
trade
matches.
the tag belts back and forth. And there's some really great matches in that.
Tommy, give us some tag teams that actually take place nowadays.
Wow. Indies, I really love Red Dragon. I don't know if you guys, but really great technical tag
I'm
team.
familiar with the color and the
Okay.
mythological,
Ring of
mythological
Honor
creature.
team, they're really great. If Hollywood Blondes, Steve Austin and Brian Pillman.
Good.
Oh.
Yeah, I love them.
So they're still wrestling, huh?
I wish.
That's amazing.
That'd be amazing.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, Tommy. You just happen to be more current in terms of your like wrestling knowledge.
And
of
that
people
he
who
is
you
still a
like.
teenager. Continue.
That's all I can really
dude.
think of,
Kayfabe.
honestly.
I didn't say what age he was.
I mean, so I'm surprised that Enzo and Big Cass wasn't even mentioned.
I mean, they're great on the mic and they're entertaining, but
Yeah, they're-
Enzo isn't much of a wrestler. And
you're right.
I mean, he
Honestly, neither
he
is
can-
Big Cass.
Well, Big Cass, he's 7
Big
feet
Cass
tall.
he's better. He's a better wrestler than.
Enzo
Enzo.
can sell a move like a champ,
But Enzo has the stick skills, whereas Big Cass clearly does not.
yeah, no, they're entertaining.
I
but-
can't believe no one's mentioning Power and Glory. Continue.
Yeah.
Hercules Hernandez and God, who was it? Wait, who was the other half of Power and Glory? Shit.
Hercules Hernandez.
I can't even remember.
Bravo, was it?
Oh, I don't remember. Anyway, continue. This is nonsense.
King Mabel.
Woo!
These are the men on a mission. That's who they were.
I can't really think of many tag teams. I have too many stables stuck in my head right
Yeah.
There
Fabulous
you go.
Freebirds. They were pretty great. 3-man tag.
now. Yeah. What about you, Mike?
So I think I got to go the Rockers.
Okay.
Yep.
Which were very high intensity, high quick moves, a lot of really explosive fun stuff. I like the Hardys. I like the Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys, yeah.
And I also like Edge and Christian.
Oh yeah.
If
How'd I
you're
forget
going to
that?
go old school, though, I
Typical.
will say Mega Powers. But
I actually like any rendition of Edge, Jericho, and Christian because all three of them have been in a tag team with each other.
The 5-second pose down was
5
premiere.
oh yeah, the 5 second.
For those with the benefit of flash photography, as if who didn't?
Right.
And did it even actually matter in an arena?
Right.
And I think, so the reason I bring this up, something we should keep in our heads, though, is if you're thinking tag tactics, again, these guys were so over that, you got their characters, you got who they were as they came down, and then they did, they did their moves and then got out. As soon as they got over, that was it. We all know these guys for their, you can give them, each good tag team, you could give 3 adjectives for them. Probably.
You know what? You're right, Mike. I see where you're going with this. We're going back to Rock and Roll Sky Clash. That was our original idea, Tommy, to fill you in for our tag team. We were Rock and Roll Sky Clash.
Oh, boy.
Listen to this backstory.
We were
80s wrestlers.
80s wrestlers who went forward in time to show chumps what 80s wrestling was all about.
Now, we didn't go forward in time because we built a time machine. Wrestling
Wrestling
brought
brought
us.
us. The concept of wrestling
The
brought us forward.
concept of wrestling transported us forward in
Yes.
time.
Like the god of wrestling went, you
That's
must go
right.
forward,
That's right.
brother.
That's right.
I was Chad Thunder, and
I
you
was-
were Blake Lightning.
I was Blake Lightning. That's right.
We were gonna
Thunder
be
and
like-
lightning, baby.
The problem that I really ran into, besides it was a terrible idea,
And the massive amounts of exposition
and the
needed.
massive shut up.
that was the thing that got me. I'm
The
like,
problem
we
is-
literally need an announcer to tell everybody the story.
Every costume concept I came up with ultimately came back to the Rockers. We ultimately were just going to look like the Rockers.
always or that Owen Hart and Coco Beware look.
Yes,
where
the
they
high
were like,
energy. That's
the
all we-
checkerboards.
Like literally, that's the only 2 looks we could come up with. They went, "This has been done. We cannot do this."
We can't take this, and we can't be the Rockers.
So we dropped it.
It was nice that Hardcore Holly actually took over that look of the neons and checkerboards.
Yeah. You know what? And I don't know. He doesn't get his due. Hardcore Holly was a good wrestler.
Yes,
Of course he was. He
I-
just
he
pissed a lot of people off.
Gave the best drop kick.
he
in the
hated
business.
rookies. Oh my goodness.
Oh, sure.
He hated what?
He hated rookies.
I thought you said he hated cookies. I was like,
Probably. No.
cookies?
Ultimate Warrior hates
How
cookies.
did you know he
Yes.
hates cookies? It's so specific.
So I'm going to switch gears here. Dash,
Yes?
you're new to the car.
Yes.
What the hell's your gimmick all about? What gimmick do you plan on going with?
Well, as branding is everything, and I do have a semi-following with the Dash Rippington character, which is sideshow related generally anymore these days, I'm going to bring that to my wrestling character and actually be like a carnival sideshow guy. A little creepy, currently a heel. Snapping animal traps on my tongue to freak people out.
Nice.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, you see, you should use the bear trap things.
Oh, yes.
And all that. Because, I mean, first off, you are a sideshow performer, so it's no sweat to you to do these things.
That is correct.
And God, the branding, man, like, it sells your show and it sells your wrestling. It's all just tied in. It's nice.
I think you got to do a trap on the tongue when you come down to the ring. Get in front of the ring. And,
you got to do that right in some mark's face.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like, I think that's because it'll gross someone out and it'll, like,
yeah.
oh,
well,
awesome.
you may not know this, but I have a couple hundred mouse traps.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Oh, good.
They're not on me currently, but I can bring them.
And I'm surprised you didn't say this. You were until recently the mousetrap on the tongue Guinness Book of World Records champion.
Yeah,
I suppose you're waiting for one of us.
1 minute.
You were the once and future champion, as far as I'm concerned.
That's right.
Yes,
they can never take that title away from you. Like if you've won it, they always call you champ. So you're always going to be champ to us.
Okay, well, I'll accept that. But yes, Sweet Pepper Klopek and I have been trading off on that most number of mousetraps released on the tongue in 1 minute record with Guinness. He is currently the champion. So I decided that, you know what, we're going to say that's enough. You can have that record. I may go for it at a later time. But if you really want to play this back and forth record, let's up the game, up the ante. And just recently I did it for Guinness, the most number of rat traps released on the tongue in 1 minute.
See, now fans,
You're such an idiot.
you know what a mousetrap looks
am.
like. You also know what a rat looks like. Rats are bigger than mice. They have bigger traps.
Oh, boy.
They have more powerful traps.
How many did you do?
Dash, hold on. What was the record for mousetraps?
The record, when I broke it, I did 53 mousetraps.
53. So 53 mousetrap. Now, Casey, what was the needed number for rat traps?
It's Dash.
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 Kayfabe,
Dash.
kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
Dash.
Kayfabe.
Dash Casey Rippington.
God, stop doing that!
Shut up,
Just
Mike
because
Martin.
your name... Stop using my name. Stop using my name.
He's got a government job.
That's right. Literally have a
You
security
tell all your
clearance.
employees about this. Anyway,
I do.
Dash.
Yes.
What was the number needed for rat traps?
Because Guinness did not currently follow or maintain the record for rat traps.
That means #Hamas was the champ?
No, that means that the minimum I had to do was 10.
10.
Oh, my God. 10. Really?
10.
10. 10 in 60 seconds.
How many did you do?
I ended up doing 13.
13. 13! Now, 53, that's a lot.
Yes.
But think proportionally, he only got to 13.
Yes.
How much more did those goddamn things hurt?
Considerably. I
Yeah.
had to take breaks. Ooh. I had to regain my composure, get control of my
It's
breathing.
like when you're doing a food challenge and you got to eat like 50 dozen oysters. Yeah, I get that. But when you have like,
I
here's
love that your frame of reference is a food challenge.
you surprised?
It's not an actual.
I'm
It's
not
not a
surprised.
physical challenge
Shut the
at
fuck
all.
up.
You've
Now-
never. You couldn't just go.
I'm on
you
a
know,
roll
like
here.
when you're in gym class, they tell you to run a mile and you got to pace yourself. No, it's you eat 50 oysters at once or shove
it's like you're speaking a foreign language to me.
25 chicken wings in your face.
No,
in
you're
30
missing
minutes.
my point. Okay, so 50 dozen oysters, that's a lot of numbers. Now, when they give you like, here's 3 like fried balls.
Yeah,
eat
we are
these.
literally driving by Jed Clampett, by the way.
Oh, wow, look at him.
The only thing that's missing is Granny on the top.
Yeah, I know.
She fell off on the back.
Beautiful Hagerstown, Maryland.
Okay, when they give
I
you
got
like 3
hepatitis C just driving
blasto
behind
balls of jalapeno and ghost pepper, when there's less of something, you know it's so much worse
Yes,
than
it
eating a
is.
lot of something.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like you know those food challenges, like, oh God, you only have to eat 2. Oh Jesus, I'm never doing that.
How do you still have
Right.
a tongue?
It's
That's an
miraculous.
excellent question. I actually have a pretty severe scar on my tongue.
Yeah, he had to
from-
get stitches, as I recall.
Yeah, I had to get
his
several
tongue.
stitches
My
on
God.
my tongue.
This truck, that guy handmade that bed, by the way. You see that?
It's the only way to make a bed,
God.
I guess.
So yeah, the rat trap is one that I've submitted all the information to Guinness. I'm now waiting for them to say whether or not they're going to approve it as a record.
Gotcha.
And give me the record as title holder. But while I'm waiting for that, I can safely say that regardless of that, I will never be making that attempt again.
Thank the Lord.
That
We
is
do
one-
need you for Renaissance Rumble to
Wish you
speak.
would have listened to that before you did it, bud. Gave you that
We
information.
all warned him, like, just don't. It's not. Is it really worth it?
I want you to
Like-
know you're showing people you're retarded by doing this.
Like, look, former Mousetrap Guinness World Record is really close to current Mousetrap holder in my mind. And I think everyone else will feel the same way.
Well, let's put it this way. I did name my sideshow act Dangerously Stupid for a reason. Thanks, Joe.
The whale.
I'm eating the mic. I'm so... That's not gay.
Grizzly Joe's going to die.
Here's why I don't like the Samoan gimmick. All right? Because I don't like it when people don't wrestle with shoes on.
Well, it's really hard to do.
Yeah, do you mean wrestle without shoes on?
Yeah.
It's bad on the ankles.
It's bad on the ankles, and the rings hurt. Like, not all rings are cushy.
I just don't like it.
It's hard because you have to wrap your feet. You have to.
The Von Erichs, awesome wrestlers, all barefoot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. I just don't like the barefoot wrestling thing.
It works for some people.
You know what I like?
I was trying to get Tommy to do it. He'd look great because he got that tan.
Tommy's so good. Tommy's got such a look.
But now
he's
got
his
his wrestling shoes and kick pads because no one else does
now.
that, right, Tommy?
Buy his gimmick stuff right now and get him to sign his 8x10 for you.
Yeah. You got that 8x10 ready, buddy?
Not yet, not yet.
Is that your high school prom picture?
Yeah, most.
Because I really hope it is.
That would be so good.
Is that my gimmick now?
That's your gimmick.
so
High
good.
school. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm going to steal it.
But did you take like a video game or a kitten or something with you?
What do you mean?
Most recently, there were 2 news stories where somebody's taken to prom as their date, a kitten, and the other guy brought a video game because that was the best video game ever.
That's beautiful.
I guess. I hate kids today. Oh,
They're the worst.
like YouTube stars? What is that? Like, people are already complaining about memes and YouTube stars and their fame that I've never heard of. Pop culture is so beyond me at this point. It makes me sad.
How do we get to this from Samoa?
I don't know. Look, we're in Hagerstown, Maryland. We're almost at the House of Pain. I'm going to wrap it up once we slow down my old man rant about kids today. My wife yells at me enough about that and my hatred of Miley Cyrus and why is her tongue out? What is she doing?
Yeah, that tongue thing,
It makes no fucking
get
sense,
it.
right?
It's so gross.
Doesn't
People
matter.
Do it
It's
on,
awesome.
There's a really
No,
great
it's
video of
not.
someone
It's
dubbing
awesome.
over her. She just goes, ha.
People,
That's fine.
people-
She's got true talent.
People do.
True talent.
She does.
Now, when people do that in pictures, it immediately turns me off.
Agreed.
I'm like, why did you do that?
All right, we'll save that for our old man podcast that we're going to start
You
recording
know what?
on the
I'll
way
do
back.
that on their way down to the ring as
nice. Should be old man Hamish.
Please tell me we're going to get Miley
just the
Cyrus
tongue
on our
out.
next podcast.
Oh, okay.
Please tell me we're getting Miley
She's
Cyrus.
calling
Probably.
in. She's calling in.
Okay.
I
cool.
mean, you're young. You know her, right? That's how it works, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're tapping out. We are almost at the House of Pain. So my name is Grizzly Joe Grasso.
Hashtag Hamish Stewart.
And Joe's knee is in my knee. I am the arrogant almighty, Tommy Seto.
And Dash Rippington.
There you go. Hey, Dash and Tommy, keep the faith, brothers. Hey, everyone.
Will do.
Subscribe to us. Rate and review us on iTunes, please. That's how we keep this podcast going.
It's our sponsors like us.
Yeah, I know. Hey, we'll see you down the road and in the ring.
That ending sounds good. I like that.